Hey everybody, the Reeswarrel here, and welcome back to more of Planescape Torment. Okay, first thing I should note is that it is pretty windy today, so I'm kind of just... I wouldn't say I'm doing this as a test, because I'll probably use this anyway, but if you can hear something in the background that sounds like, I don't know, something being pushed, then it's most likely just the wind. It's very, very loud recently and it sucks. Oh, that's just Collector. I want to speak with...
I'm gone.
Uhia. There he is. Because I've got his lucky knife. At least I think I do. So Uhia squints at you. Find me knife, perchance? I have. Here it is. Ooh, 5,000 XP. Not too shabby. Right, so Uhia takes the knife and holds it lovingly. Ah, you're back. Me lucky knife. Thanks, Cutter. And you? He lectures his knife, shaking it. Don't you go running off again. He slides the blade into its sheath with a smile. What a weirdo. Oh well, Uhia.
My journal.
Ah, crap. I could have actually done that quest. Or turned that quest in. After this next story event. It's fine. Because I figured... I'm not going back to the Warren of Thought or the Dead Nations until I've gotten... Bugger. Yeah, until I've gotten buggered. No. I can't remember what it is I need. I think I need 16 intelligence. And once I've got 16 intelligence, I can go back. Because then I'll be able to finish off, I'll be able to do the mission for the puzzle skeleton, and then I will have finished everything in the Dead Nations, and getting to... or doing the mission for the rat, I can do by just eliminating everything in the Dead Nations. Because I did actually do this off screen doing a different way. I'd rather not say how, because it could potentially spoil something, but I did try it off screen, and it seems that if you do the mission for the rat, the reward is very worth it, even if it does mean completely annihilating the Dead Nations. By the way, Farad. Ah, corpse. Farad turns as you approach, his crutch clacking on the cobbles of the court. He licks his lips and smiles expectantly. Have you brought me what I asked for? The bronze sphere? Here it is. 15,000 XP, holy crap. So Farad's eyes gleam as you hand him the bronze sphere. He touches it gingerly, almost reverently. You, he chuckles. Ah, corpse. Such a gamble you were, and paid off handsomely you have. Farad studies his reflection in the sphere and tisks. The years have been cruel to me, I see. I did what you asked, Farad. Now I want some answers. Farad doesn't even look at you as you speak. His attention is swallowed by the sphere he holds. Yes, ask your questions. Farad turns the sphere in his hands. Very important, your questions. What do you know about me? Why was I told to seek you out? Farad studies you with a critical eye. Stay your weapons for what I'm about to say, corpse, for it could be... Your ears will take offense. Farad smiles wickedly. My ears no longer care, but yours are still fresh from the burning, it seems. For the burning, it seems. Oh, there we go. So, you have my word that I'll stay in my hand, but I need to know what you know. The truth. Farad's tone softens as if cajoling. The truth was stretched a bit from my mind to my tongue when we first spoke, corpse. In all terrible honesty, I know little about you. He raises a withered finger. Yet hear me out. Yes? You're a cutter who plays at being dead. As I see. Farad squints at you. Some time ago you came to me like you are now, but not just strolled... Oh, but not... Wait, okay. I'm reading this all wrong. Like you are now, but not. Just strolled right into Illwind Court and said you wanted an audience with me. An audience with you? Aye, an audience. Farad chuckles like whispering sand, like I was royalty. He seems amused, but there's an edge in his voice. You knew the right things to say, you did. Oh yes, you spoke the chant like a governor. Born and true, and I listened. What did I, want from you? Farad gives a mock bow, his crutch creaking as he leans against it. Oh, Farad, great collector king, you says, I have come before you to request a boon. A boon? I says. What could I offer a man of such obvious strength? Go on. Farad wags his crooked finger, and you asked for a strange thing. You says, Lord Farad, I ask for courtesy. Your collector's room throughout the hive. roam throughout the hive. If they should find my body, I want it kept safe. That is all I ask. Farad shrugs, a simple boon. I see, and is that all you know? Before you can speak, you suddenly feel a prickling in your skull as oh, wait. As Farad speaks the word boon and the smell of blood and fear rushes through your nostrils. Farad is hiding something that happened in the past, involving you. And it scares him. The boon he granted you was no simple matter. So you granted my boon just like that. There's nothing to be gained from it for you. Why did you even agree to do it? Farad falls silent for a moment. A dead man can keep no promises, and promises to a dead man are easy enough to make, corpse. You're a merchant, Farad, not a Samaritan. There must have been another reason. Aye. Farad's face suddenly peels back in fury, his skin flushing red. After you'd strung up a scar of my blood on the hive walls to die, I had enough reason to promise you the plains themselves. Then your butcher himself comes to my home, my kip, to demand a boon of me. Farad calms himself, though his face is still flushed. I agreed. Oh. I'll just say, I'm sorry about your people, Farad, for what that's worth. Farad tisks, no matter. Them bodies served me well enough. The Dusties pay the same for fresh deaders as for old. Was that the only reason you agreed to my request? You knew things about me, things only I knew. You knew I was greedy for something beneath Sigil. And you put a name and picture to it. The Bronze Sphere, you said. I didn't think you would fetch it for me, he chuckles, yet you did. Or yet did you? Aye. The planes turn in strange ways. And that's all you know? All I know? Nay, but it's all I know about you, corpse. Fine. Next question. What did you take off my body after I died? I? Farad licks his lips. Why, I took nothing, corpse. His face splits in a grin. Then I wasn't the only one that found your body. Who did? Farad's smile widens, pulling the pasty folds of flesh back from his face like a curtain. My daughter, the rose of my eye, the sweetest of my family and the sharpest wit of them all. He licks his dry lips and sighs in mock sadness, such a cruel tongue on her. Your daughter? Who?
Updated my journal.
My darling girl, Anna. She found you, dead as deader can be, in a place where most collectors wouldn't go for a mountain of coppers. Could be she plucked something off you, could be not. He leans in, shaking his head. You'll have to ask her, for it's not her Dar's place to say. Anna? Alright, I'll ask her. Where is she? Where's Anna? Farad shrugs. She's hiding in the shadows here. I expect, listening to us trade the chant. I called for her after you went below. Had to ask her if you were really in the dead book, when she found you or not. He chuckles dryly, then takes a deep breath and calls out to the darkness. Anna? Stop mithering in those shadows and come greet our guest. She's here? Here it is. Yeah, it's this chick. She was in the northeast of the hive. And yeah, she does have a cruel tongue on her. She's the one that sent us to the Alley of Dangerous Angles, to begin with. When I said how to find Farad, makes sense as to why, because Farad's her father.
Oh, what now?
You turn to see a striking red-haired girl dressed in leather armor. You didn't even hear her enter the chamber. Her right arm is covered with a series of interlocking plates that look as if they were taken from the skin of some creature, and a horned shoulder piece protects her left arm. Oddly enough, she has a tail that is flicking back and forth as you watch. You're Anna? I met you in the hive, outside the mortuary, correct? The girl ignores you and turns to Farad. What's this about then? I'm not playing the leash pull with this guard dog, so I'm not. Get one of your other gullies to do it. Anna, rose of my eye, have I not taught you to respect the dead? A thin smile worms across Farad's face, and he makes a slight bow towards you. This resourceful corpse needs to know where you found him. Eh? What are you on about? She squints at you. He's not a deader. Ah yes, my mistake. Farad nods. Then his voice drops dangerously. Yet, my darling Anna, that still makes it your mistake. For this one only had one foot in the dead book when you brought him to me. He taps his crutch against the flagstones with a light tap. He woke up, sought me out. Most embarrassing. So? Anna glances at you, then shrugs. You shouldn't be playing deader on the hive while I'm about, or he'll wake up in a Dusty's arms, he will. Okay, maybe you could have checked to see if I was alive before dumping me off there. Oh aye, and maybe you should have been more careful. And maybe you wouldn't have been lying face down and stone still on the alley cobbles like a deader, aye? enough of this. Where did you find my body? Show him where you found his body, Anna. Farad taps his crutch again for emphasis. Take him to the haunted alley. Farad studies Anna for a moment, then grins and turns to you. If you happen to lose my darling Anna on the way to the alley corpse, you come back and see Farad. I'll guide you.
Updated my journal.
So Anna sneers at Farad, then throws a glance at you. Come on then, and keep your steps quick, Jig. I've little time to waste on the likes of you. Actually, I'm not done exploring the buried village. Very well, let's head there now. Oh, Jesus. Shit, I didn't want to actually go. Damn it. Anna points at the door in front of you. Through there's where we want to be. Alright, let's head on in.
I'm gone.
Yeah, no. Where are we then? Are we back in the hive? The painted door! Actually, this is fine. So I can go to Fell's tattoo parlor. The downside is I don't want to go back to Farad, but he's a bit far away. Shit.
You daft! We'll draw the lady's gaze if we stay here, we will.
Oh my. Yeah, I've not actually really spoken to Fell. But it's probably a good idea to do. Whoa. Wait, Fell turns to face you as you approach. Next to you, Anna stiffens as she catches sight of Fell. Anna, what's wrong? Are you daft? Anna turns to you and you suddenly realise she's frightened. Are you so picky-eager to dance in the lady's shadow you'll bandy words with this one? Let's give this place the laugh before we get penned in the dead book. What's the problem? It's Fell. Anna throws a fearful glance at the creature, presumably Fell. Let's be away, aye. No good will come of being here, so it won't. I'll ask again, what's the problem? He's a Dabbus, who's not a Dabbus, aye. He walks on the ground. Anna's voice drops to a whisper. And she starts trembling. No more question, let's give this place a laugh, aye. Anna, no harm will come to you while I'm here. Now tell me what's wrong. Anna throws a frightened glance at Fell. Fell's a Dabbus who's angered her. It's said he's a Dabbus who isn't a Dabbus, and the times... Wait, and the times close when the lady's gaze will fall on him. So it will. Her, you mean the Lady of Pain? Aye, and heed your tongue. Anna makes another semicircle in the air in front of her as you mention the lady's name. The Dabbus work for the lady and she protects them, except Fell. She shudders. Let's be away, aye. I'd like to speak to Fell first. Anna grabs your arm. Please, nay, no good will come of it. Anyone speaking to Fell could draw the lady's gaze. I don't want to die. Oh, I don't want to die. I don't. To your surprise, Anna looks close to tears. Okay, be quiet, nothing will happen. I'm going to speak to Fell and I want you to be silent. Jesus. No harm will come to you while I'm here, I promise. I just want to speak to him for a moment. For a minute, Anna just looks at you, then something in your gaze seems to calm her, for she steels herself. I don't know why She shakes her head. Go on then, talk to him. I don't care. There's an undercurrent of fear in her voice. Very well. Oh, finally. Jesus. Wait, so the Dabbus waits patiently, its hand tucked into its sleeves. A series of symbols materialize above its head, then dissipate, and a question mark appears. I have some questions for you. Haven't I spoke to this guy before? What is this place? A slow train of symbols materialize around Fell's head. The symbols take several moments to resolve, starting with simple lines, then fleshing themselves out into breathtaking colours. You're guessing at some of the symbols, but you think he's an artist, and this is a tattoo parlour. Can I see what tattoos you have? There we go. They're actually very, very expensive. But I have 11,000 copper, so I don't care. Okay. Righty-ho. Oh crap, no. I want to see what they do. Invokes Hold Undead. You have learned to speak with the dead and hear their stories, even from beyond the eternal boundary. The tattoo draws upon your power over undead, or undeath, and heightens them, allowing you to chain the undead within range with a single command. A limited number of uses. No, that's not what I want. These aren't limited uses, though. Tattoo of Anna. Wait, Tattoo of Anna of the Shadows. Some of Anna's presence must be rubbing off on you, for this tattoo allows you to call upon some of her cat-like skills and grace to hone your thief abilities. Unfortunately, it also inherits some of Anna's brashness and impulsiveness, reducing your charisma and wisdom accordingly. Tattoo of the Skull. +1 to charisma. For all Mort's faults, having him as a companion makes you seem more capable and not so much of a stranger to Sigil Street. This tattoo reinforces that bond, giving you +1 charisma. I don't really need charisma, in all honesty. The reason being, I have the friend spell. I can cast that and then I will have a lot of, just everything. So that increases my accuracy. Plus damage to all attacks. Increases my strength. Of greater might, +2 to strength. Tattoo of insight. Intelligence. Oh, I can actually buy 3 of those. Is there not one of, like, greater intelligence? Usable only by mages. That does increase it by 2, though. Tattoo of spirits, that gives you wisdom. Ooh. Ooh, I've just realised what I could actually do. +2 to constitution, you serious? Wow. There's a lot of tattoos. Greater warding, 2 to the armor class. Usable only by fighters, though. Right, okay. I don't know if I'm able to, like, equip multiple of the same type. However, I think what I do want to do is buy these. Wait, why is that costing so much? Wait, am I buying another one? Oh crap, yeah, whoops. I was wondering, like, where's the more money going? Yeah, I want to buy all 3. I'm hoping they stack. If they don't, that's a bit of a pain. And spirit. That increases my wisdom. Do I want to buy 3 of those? Not really. I'm at 18. I'm trying to think what I need for the ring. I think I need 18, and then I need intelligence. Done. Wait, I can't buy? Hang on. Shoot. I can buy now. Okay, it's because we don't have any space. So yeah, just buy it as more. It's fine. It was 5 slots. Right, so we bought a bunch of tattoos. I've actually just realised how much shit I'm carrying. Wait, why do I have nothing equipped? Oh, never mind. I have a lot of stuff equipped. What I might want to do is actually sort out my weapons. But this enchanted battle axe is pretty good. This Batezu mace is also pretty good. They're all really good. I might just sell all the other ones. The brimstone hammer increases your Thako. What's the speed compared? It's 6. 6. Weight is 10. They're both faster. So yeah, I think I'll just get rid of those. Right. Here are the tattoos. I'm gonna say, who can use tattoos? Basically any humanoid person, I think. Oh boy, I didn't even notice. She's like a... whoa. Like half machine. What? Okay, just do all this. So, right, I can only use... I can't use that more so. So what does this one do? Protection from chaotic creatures. Don't really care. In all fairness. Not particularly. Can I, like... oh my god, I can actually put them in my quick slot. That's just the best way of getting it out of my inventory. Oh yeah, that's the... ah, that increases your constitution, that's right. Why can't I use it? Okay, I need to be lawful and good. That's correct. Right, so... wait, intelligence. Oh, there's the spirit one. Are these... oh my god, I love the fact you can just equip and then unequip. I don't know why, that's just one of the best things. 18, there we go. Can I do... the next Ring of Zarthamon?
What is your will?
The things I wish to know. Talk to me about your teachings. Current profession and study the art. Very well. Let's move on. Unusable stuff placed in my backpack, that's fine. In enduring, grow strong. I think... there are things I wish to... talk about the teachings. I've read the Unbroken Circle of Zarthamon. I want to speak to you more about the way of Zarthamon. Here we go. This changed. I think before I do it... like, before I actually read over the... thing of Zarthamon, I think I'm gonna read it again, because it's been a while since I did it last time. So, reread the 6th circle. Upon the blasted plains, Zarthamon told Gith there cannot be 2 skies. In the wake of his words came war. Wait, what? Oh, right. Upon the blasted plains, the people had achieved victory over their Ithalid masters. They knew freedom. Yet before the green fires had died from the battlefield, Gith spoke of continuing the war. Many, still filled with the bloodlust in their hearts, agreed with her. She spoke of not merely defeating the Illithids, but destroying all Illithids across the plains. After the Illithids had been exterminated, they would bring war to all other races they encountered. In Gith's heart, fires raged. She lived in war, and in war she knew herself. All that her eyes saw, she wanted to conquer. Zerthmon spoke at the beginnings of that which was against Gith's will. He spoke that the people already knew freedom, now they should know themselves again, and mend the damage that had been done to the people. Behind his words were many other hearts of the people who were weary of the war against the Illithids. Know that Gith's heart was not Zerthmon's heart on this matter. She said that the war would continue, the Illithid would be destroyed, their flesh would be no more. Then the people would claim the false worlds as their own. Gith told Zerthmon that they would be under the same sky in this matter. The words were like bared steel. From Zerthmon came the pronouncement of two skies. In the wake of his words came war. Alright, seal the circle. Boom. Now I can speak with him because I actually read it. Although I know it's the top. It's always the top one. Pretty sure it always has been. Yeah, I've read the Unbroken Circle of Zerthmon. I want to speak to you more about the way of Zerthmon. I know that Zerthmon's devotion to the people was such that he was willing to protect them from themselves. He knew the Illithids had come to not to know themselves in their obsession with control and domination. So he chose to stop Gith before she carried the people to their deaths. There must be balance in all things, or else the self will not hold. Yeah, I think what I did was Zerthmon learned that even in freedom one must continue fighting. You have seen the words and know them. Dakon's voice slows and his hand grips the edge of the Unbroken Circle. He twists it clockwise and there is a click as two plates slide forth. Dakon stares at the two plates. In his hand, he makes no move. Wait. He makes no move to hand them to you. Dakon, is that second plate for you? Dakon falls silent, his blade has ceased shimmering, the film freezing upon its surface. He is staring at the second plate, paralyzed. Do you know the sixth circle? Dakon looks up, but his coal black eyes do not meet your gaze. No, there is nothing more I may teach you. You know the way as the people know it, and it shall give you the direction by which you may know yourself. That's not what I asked. Do you know the sixth circle or not? Dakon is silent for a moment, then speaks, his voice slow and careful. It has come to pass that I do not know the sixth circle of Zerthmon. Once I knew it, but I know now I only saw the words. Dakon's eyes stare through you. That is all, it is my path that I no longer know the way of Zerthmon. Dakon, there is one other thing I would know. Why is Vilkar's eye in the circle of Zerthmon? It seems strange. It tells of how the people benefited from the treachery from their own. It seems... Dakon's eyes flash. I have told you... It is part of the telling of how the people came to know freedom. Do you not listen? His voice flattens, as if he is reciting a passage from memory. It tells the people that even in the greatest treachery, a greater knowing may be achieved. It doesn't sound to me like you believe that. I think there's another reason Vilkar's eye is in the circle of Zerthmon. It is set there because of the sixth circle, and the pronouncement of two skies. It's there to justify Zerthmon's treachery to the people upon the blasted plains. Dakon is silent, and his blade bleeds into a dead black, teeth rippling along the edge. He divided the people upon the blasted plains, Dakon. He divided your race when they were on the path to victory. I would like to believe that it was because he wished to save the people from themselves, but I don't think you believe that. Dakon is silent for a moment, then he speaks slowly. I do not know the sixth circle as it is known to others. I fear that the third circle, the fourth circle, and the sixth circle are more closely linked than many know. It is in that knowing that I have lost myself. In the third circle, Zerthmon submerged his will to deceive the Illithids. Then, in the fourth circle, it speaks of the benefits of treachery. Then in the sixth circle, Zerthmon divides his people before they exterminate the Illithids. Do you think Zerthmon's words may not have been his own? Know my words and know the wound that lies upon my heart. I fear that when Zerthmon was upon the Pillars of Silence, he did not submerge his will. I fear his will was taken from him by the Illithids, and when he spoke upon the blasted plains, it was their words he spoke. I fear that what he did was not for the people's sake, but for our former masters. It's possible, but no, it doesn't necessarily mean that he
Updated my journal.
Then know this and speak of it no more. Dakon's voice is like a knife. Know that I shall never know the truth. There is no resolution to this matter, for I shall never know Zerthmon's heart. Upon the blasted plains, his coal-black eyes glare at the stone circle in his hand, and so I do not know myself because of the Unbroken Circle of Zerthmon. Very well, Dakon. We'll discuss this no more. Let's move on. Oh boy. Well, that was unexpected. Shit. Can I actually do this here? Oh god. We have 2 of these. Allows the user to copy the balance in all things spell. Usable only by Dakon. Wait a minute, what? Hold on. Balance of all... oh, I got 2 because one of them's for Dakon, I guess. Oh, cool. I gave it to Mott. One's for Dakon. Give it to the wrong person. So what's it do? Caster only. When hit the same number of times as level... wait. When hit the same number of times as level of caster. Speed 3. 10-foot radius when activated. What does it do? Okay, this does not actually tell me what it really does. Copy balance in all things. Interesting. I'm kind of wondering, like, what the hell that means. I've got 2 friend spells. Balance in all things. Is it level 2? It's a level 3 spell. Oh, here we go. It actually tells me here. So, from the separation of the people came the knowing of 2 skies. From the knowing of 2 skies came the realization that hurting others hurts oneself. This spell only affects the caster when the caster is attacked while the spell is inactive. All hostile creatures within a 10-foot radius take equal damage. It lasts for 1 attack per 4 levels of the caster. The effects are not cumulative. You cannot have more than 1 balanced spells erected. If the spell is not triggered, it lasts for 5 seconds per level of the caster. That's pretty cool. Huh. Interesting. I may as well memorize it. As for these, the power of 1, I suppose it would be that. I don't really like Blood Bridge. I don't have any others either. Ah! That was interesting. Oh, and he's got the axe. I don't want him to use balance of all things. Not particularly. Right, so if I actually try to do the 7th circle, I don't even know if I'd be able to. Oh! There aren't any others. Is that true, though?
What is your will?
Oh wow, that's actually... it's changed. There are things I would know, Dakon. And then I will hear you. About our travels. No. Other questions? What the Gizzerai? What is that blade you have? I think I've already read that. The Karak blade. Other questions about the Gizzerai? Seem to place a special emphasis on knowing. No. Interesting. So I can't do the 7th circle. I know there are 8 circles. I'm just wondering as to when the hell they become a thing. Interesting, though. Also, I've just realised that I've leveled up. I need to switch back to a fighter to actually put my points into effect. But I need 16 intelligence. So, in fairness, I might actually be able to do this. I'd need to be a mage in order to pull it off, though. Because we've got, 3 tattoos of insight, which increase intelligence by 1. So that would only put up my intelligence to... wait, is my intelligence 13? Oh! Never mind, I don't need to be a mage. No. I could quite literally just do... like, if I didn't have the tattoo of spirit, I could literally just have... don't need that. Get out of here. 1, and a 2, and a 3. And now I have 16. Boom. Now I should be able to complete the quest. For what is it? I'm so good with words. Things I would like to know, teach me teachings, train me in weapons. Wait. What did you come to know? Oh. Nothing. Interesting. Teach me that. Thank you. Alright, let's move on. There we go, I'm back to being a fighter. I can level up, but I don't know what I want to put a point into. Wisdom, probably, so then it's at 18. Wisdom just affects how much... wait, huh? Oh, it's because I've not leveled up. Okay. Wisdom affects how much XP I get from a lot of things. Mostly when you uncover memories. Like the skeletal hand. Yeah, I don't really care about the sinister noise it makes. And I don't care that I can't equip them. I literally just use this belt to take away from, like, holding the weapons. Ooh. didn't want to do that. +1 strength gained from specialization bonus. Oh, because I reached level 7. Ah, bugger. That's the only downside to being a fighter, is I don't like that it gives me strength. I'd prefer to get to level 7 as a mage. That sucks. We have a characterization point. Wisdom. Still only heroic. That still goes to only above average. And to be fair, with charisma, I don't really need to increase it. If I ever come across something that requires a charisma check, thankfully I have a guide that tells me, I can just use the friend spell. I would need to switch to a mage first, but I could use the friend spell, talk to them. It would I don't know, I mean it does it between 2... Is it 2 and 11 charisma it gives you? Either way, I think I'd be fine. Booyah! I'm still only neutral. Not lawful yet. I don't actually know how the hell to get to lawful.
Done.
It's by doing lawful deeds. I mean, I'm pretty sure Dakon's lawful, isn't he? Yes, he's lawful neutral. Combination. Where the hell? Where's the entrance to the corpse bar? Here it is. Oh, this side.
He's on the spit. You'll love it.
Cool.
Yes, sir. Come on in.
What? I'm gonna say I clicked the door. Let me go in. Right. Okay. I might be able to actually recruit Ignis because I have the decanter that never runs out. So I'm curious. So this crackling, billowing creature twists slowly above an iron grill upon the floor of the bar. It may have once been human, but now its skin is charred beyond recognition. Streams of fire form a wreath around the creature's body, and the flames lick at the few remaining pockets of flesh, causing them to bubble and run like wax down the creature's skeletal frame. Greetings! It makes no response. Right, examine the creature. Huh. I now realise it emanates from the creatures you watch. So it'll literally just go between these. Okay, I know I can recruit him because I have the decanter, I just don't know how I do it. Unless it's... maybe I use Drusilla? I don't know. Because she is his lover, I think. Is that burning by the entryway? Here we go. There we go. Okay, this might be it. That despair you saw on her face before flits across it again like a black-winged shadow before she masters herself. That's Ignis, one of the greatest wizards ever to come out of this slummy excuse for a cesspool. They caught him and they opened a channel to the plane of fire through him. And now he's just a doorway for it, keeping himself alive by force of will alone. Someone could douse him for a few moments to give him his life back again, but they don't make enough water to do that. What about this decanter? Word has it, it's endless. Yes, use that on him and he'll be sure to come free. Oh my Ignis, I await you. She pauses for a moment, dread in her eyes. Do you know the command word? Not yet. Then go find it, I implore you. She tugs on your arm, her eyes have taken a frantic sheen of madness. Oh, so I need a command word for the decanter. Might be useful for putting out... yeah, it does actually say putting out fires. Very specific. Unless, maybe I could get the command word from the stone face. I mean, I need to go back to the... where is it anyway? Yeah. I can't believe I got to a fight alert first. Which kinda sucks. I'd have preferred to have, been a mage at level 7 first, because then it gives me a permanent increase to intelligence, which is far more valuable than strength. Now you can beat the shit out of people real easy. Oh yeah, I may as well go in here too. Where's the corpse bar? Oh, there it is. Run right on past the entrance. Next I can speak with Emmerich and tell him about Sogo and how he was a dick, essentially. If I go to my journal, what do I actually have to do? The weakness is Reekwind's Curse of Stench. It's in the upper right, so that's the upper wards. Find Sogo for Emmerich, we did that. Find out where Farrod's corpses are coming for the man in Ragpicker Square. The man? Oh, yeah. I had forgotten about that guy. Emmerich! I may have killed Sogo, but it's fine. I have some questions. I found Sogo. I want to know his whereabouts. I found him in the catacombs beneath Sigil. He died there. Why was he there? He discovered a group of undead guardians who were protecting the catacombs. He was trying to convince them to join the True Death. He was infected with lycanthropy, which drove him into the catacombs. His mind was no longer his own, his